Ah, yes. The universe is filled with unanswered questions, like what's inside a black hole? What's the meaning of life? What My Little Pony are you? And today, with the help of some online quizzes, I'm going to try to find an answer to some of these questions. But before we get into that, I made a Discord. You should join it. You can post cool things that I might take a look at. I might send out some Google Forms for you to fill out that I might react to in a video. It's really cool. It's empty right now, except for Willem. Willem, if you're watching this, you're really cool. First member. That's awesome. Anyway, join the Discord. It'll be linked in the description and my channel about area. Alright, we're going to start off with a pretty basic question today. What flavor ice cream are you? I'm already noticing that they use the wrong spelling of flavor, so I'm not sure if I can trust this quiz, but we'll see. It's asking me for a name. I'm not sure if that's important for figuring out if I'm vanilla or chocolate, but I'm just going to put in Mobby Wobby because that's my name. Okay, let's see. Ads are everywhere on the screen, by the way. It's kind of insane. Your friend asks you a question and tells you to be brutally honest. You tell them the truth, then apologize 100 times afterwards. Alright, seems a bit extreme, but maybe. Tell them half the truth, then stop when it would hurt their feelings. See, I don't know if that's the right call there, because I feel like you should either completely lie or completely tell the truth. These half-truths are just, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Tell them the truth unless a lie would make drama, then lie. Okay, so see, I like this answer because it's saying tell a lie just to cause drama. And then you're going to get the best of both worlds, right? You don't have to tell the truth and you can cause drama. That sounds kind of fun. Or lie, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Okay, wrong. That's the wrong answer. Moving on. Tell them the whole truth, no matter the cost. No regrets. See, that's a pretty good answer. It's respectable. You're not lying, and they did ask for the truth. So realistically, that's a good answer. Tell them a portion of the truth with a lot of metaphors and poetry so they don't understand. IDK. Yeah, IDK either. I don't know exactly who does this. Kind of goes back to my other point. Either tell the truth or lie. Don't mix it, and this one just seems to be confusing them, so I don't know about this answer. Tell them only the good stuff. All sunshines and rainbows here. Alright, so this is similar to tell them half the truth and stop when it would hurt their feelings. Actually, I'm trying to think. Is it any different than that one? Like, I guess maybe this one you could tell them some bad things if you know it wouldn't hurt their feelings, like maybe if they can take it, and with this one, you're only telling them good things no matter what. Same reasoning though, I don't like this answer. Brutally honest, like the most brutal. Okay, so this one is pretty much the same as tell them the whole truth no matter what, but maybe it kind of implies be extra mean with the truth, so even if it's true, like kind of ramp it up a bit. I don't know, I like that answer a little bit. Refuse at first, then tell them the whole truth after they squeeze the truth out of you. That seems like too many steps. Just I don't know really what this answer means. I guess refuse to say anything, and then this kind of states that they're going to push you until you give them the answer. I wouldn't go with that. And then avoid the question entirely and start talking about unicorns. I'm gonna assume unicorns are kind of optional. I'm assuming you can talk about whatever you want as long as you avoid the question. But I don't like that answer much. I mean, just if they're gonna ask you and tells you to be brutally honest, realistically you should be brutally honest, right? You just give them what you want. which is why I'm inclined to choose this answer. But it's really similar to this answer, but I kind of like the wording of this one a bit more. This one kind of implies, at least to me, that you're telling them exactly what's true. This one kind of implies, at least to me, that you're kind of faking a few things, making it sound even worse than it really is. So I'm gonna go with tell the whole truth. I'm gonna choose that. All right, chaos or calm. Options are chaos, calm, or I don't know. Bit more straightforward of a question. I'll probably go with chaos, honestly. It's just funny. Are you more of a realist, a dreamer, or a wild card? I don't really know what a wild card means in this scenario. Options are realist, dreamer, wild card, or IDK bro. I just want to know what ice cream I am. Face. Honestly, yeah, I'm leaning more towards this answer because I don't really know what these options have to do with each other. I guess realist, you take things for what they are, or at least what you see them to be. Dreamer, you kind of hope for a better future or something that might not be realistic, but you can hope. And then wild card, I don't, kind of chaotic, I guess. I don't really know what that has to do with these other options. But I do just want to know what ice cream flavor I am, so I'm gonna choose this one. All right. When life gives you lemons, you add tequila, throw them away, make lemonade, duh, or eat them. All right. So add tequila. Two things here. I don't want to drink. I don't want any of this alcoholic nonsense. That's bad for you. But also, since this option right here says make lemonade, that implies that you're only making lemonade if you choose this one. So if you just click or choose add tequila, does that just mean you're eating lemons and drinking tequila? Like, what does adding tequila mean? Are you putting lemon wedges inside of the tequila? I don't know. Either way, I'm not choosing this one. Throw them away. See, out of these options, that's kind of what I'm most encouraged to do, in my opinion. I don't like lemons. See, realistically, I would try to sell them because capitalism is really funny. However, that's not an option here, so I mean, we got make lemonade. I don't like lemonade either, and I also don't want to make it, so that's not my option. And then eat them. I really don't want to do that. So I guess I'll just throw them away. That seems like a waste, but I don't want to do any of the other options, so let's see. All right, pick a color spelled incorrectly. I don't know, blue? What's there not to know about? Be confident. Maybe have a fun bright yellow. Okay, pastel pink. Maybe a pale green. Okay. Other. Black like my soul. Okay. Maybe a pale brown. Why would you... No. Hot pink. Interesting that we get two pinks. That's... I don't know. I don't know. And then pastel yellow. Okay, so there are a lot of answer choices, but not very many different color options here. If I had to pick any color, it'd be purple, and that is not an option, so I guess I'll just go with other, because I don't know. Alright. Sweet, savory, or sour? Wow, this is probably the most straightforward question and answer yet. There's no I don't know nonsense thrown in here. It's literally just choose these options. Out of these, I'd probably have to go with sweet. I hate sour. And since we're talking about ice cream, I'm not entirely sold on savory. Just in general, I think I'd prefer sweet, so I'll go there. Alright, pick a pet. Dog. Rat being screamed at me. Bird. or cat? This one's pretty easy for me. I'll choose dog. I'm not sure why they're screaming rat at me, but yeah, just dog for me. I don't really like cats. They're mean. They're really mean to me. Pick an art form. Okay, this is my forte here. Painting, that's a good one. Singing, that's closer to what I'd like to do, but not quite. Writing, books, poetry. I do like writing. Writing is fun. Dancing, no, not for me. I'm bad at art, lol. See, this one is probably true, but I see music, and, well, I'm a music major. I love wasting my money, so I'm gonna have to choose this one. I noticed that it is separate from singing, which, I mean, I'm not a singer, so I'm gonna have to choose the more general option of music here, but yeah, I actually like this question because it's very personal to me. I'm gonna make $0. Okay, what do you want to get? This affects answer. Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself here because I actually don't know grammar that well or the difference between affects and effects. But this just looks wrong. I feel like this should be effects, but I don't know English, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Vanilla, it's a good option. Chocolate, I'd probably pick this over vanilla. Strawberry, not my favorite, but I like it. Mint chocolate chip, not the biggest fan. I think I'd prefer just plain mint, honestly. I don't want chocolate chips in there. Cookies and cream, I do like cookies and cream, especially if it's like Oreos. That's pretty good. Rocky Road, that's probably my favorite so far. I do really like Rocky Road. Caramel, is that just a flavor of ice cream? Just plain caramel ice cream? Like, you can mix caramel into ice cream, I guess, but I've never had just plain caramel ice cream. Interesting. Bubblegum? No, that's not for me. Cookie dough. See, cookie dough ice cream isn't bad, but I think I'd just prefer having actual chunks of cookie dough mixed in to ice cream instead of cookie dough flavored ice cream. And then lemon sorbet. That's actually not ice cream, so I'm not sure why it's on here. But also, we've been over this. I do not like lemons. And I chose to throw them out, so I can't really have this one, can I? I think I'll go with Rocky Road out of these options. None of these are my actual favorite. I'd probably choose like a coffee flavored ice cream for me, but like out of these options, Rocky Road would be good. Bye. I think my actual reaction was, okay. So that's what I'm gonna choose. I'm not sure if this affects my answer or not, like my overall ice cream flavor. But okay. Say anything. Anything at all. Well, I'm gonna have to go with my go-to there. Alright, let's see. Rocky Road. I can't confirm or deny, because I didn't make this quiz, but I almost think this entire answer is based on what you chose in that one question. Let's see. Adventurous, chaotic, and full of surprises. You thrive on variety and unpredictability. You're the wild card who loves drama, fun, and a little mess. Okay, based on this description and my choices for the other questions, I guess it does make sense. However, it's still kind of interesting that I actually chose Rocky Road and then it gave me Rocky Road. Maybe it's just meant to be. Maybe I truly am meant to be Rocky Road. I'll take it. I like Rocky Road. Alright, for this next one, we're finding out which My Little Pony I am. I have never seen My Little Pony. Let's see, who do I know? Applejack. I know that one. I think Pinkie Pie. Is that a name? I think that might be this one. Yeah, I don't know who these are. We'll see. I loved My Little Pony when I was younger, by the way, smiley face. It was peak AF. Anyways, I've been thinking on doing this quiz for so long, So I finally made it. I'm doing this because I'm done with my math practice. Lol. What do you mean your math practice? I loved My Little Pony when I was younger. Okay. Enter your name. Let's see. Pony Lover 69. That is my name. Alright. First of all, choose an outfit you would wear. Alright, let's see. Let's see, we got Strawberry Farm shirt. Looks like a skirt. I like the color scheme here. Something tells me I'm not going to wear any of these, but let's see. Alright, then we got jeans, a shirt with like an over part, some pins, a bag. Out of these two, I'd like this one better, I guess. Okay, we got darker color scheme overall. Yeah. Okay. We got some silvery goldish thing. Is that perfume? I don't know what this is. I'm out of my depth here. This one almost hurts my eyes a little, but I'm not gonna even attempt to explain what's on this picture. I don't really know. And then this one. So the picture cuts off, but based on this little part, these look like very short shorts. And okay, so I would not wear any of this. But this one looks to be the most, like, the closest to something I'd actually wear. Not close at all, though. But at least it, covers all my skin. I don't want to be showing any ankles. But this one, I do like the color scheme better. And I'm going to take this quiz as if these answers actually apply to me. So if I liked these types of clothes, I think I would choose this one, just because I like the colors the best. So we'll go with that. Okay. How do you feel about class presentations? They're fine, I guess. It's scary and I get nervous. I love it! Way too excited about that, okay? Boring. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm gonna have to get rid of boring because it's not really boring. Does anyone actually find them boring? I'm assuming it's talking about actually giving the presentation, because listening to your classmates' presentations, that could get a bit boring, I suppose. But I'm going to assume it's talking about actually giving a presentation, and whether you love them or hate them, they're not boring, at least in my opinion, so not that one. I love it. Honestly, I do really like class presentations. I like giving them, I like making them. I always throw in some weird off-topic just pictures. I probably never get a good grade on them, but I do like them. They're fine, I guess. It's kind of indifferent. I'm gonna have to go with I love it. I'm not quite that enthusiastic about them, but I do like them more than other assignments, so I'll go with this one. Choose a song. Okay, let's see. I'm not gonna know any of these, am I? Alright. Man in the Box by Alice in Chains. I have no idea what that is. Cinnamon Girl by Lana Del Rey. I've heard of Lana Del Rey. I have no idea what Cinnamon Girl is. Glue Song by beabadoobee. Okay. What the Heck by Avril Lavigne. Actually, I've heard that name so many times, Avril Lavigne, but I don't think I know who that is or ever heard any of their music. So, cool. Cowboy Take Me Away by The Chicks. I've never heard of this. And then Man Eater by Nelly Furtado. Is that the one that was like, she's a man eater, I just butchered that. I have no idea. So I don't know any of these songs or most of these people, but I really like the idea of this one. I have no idea what it is, but Glue Song? That sounds funny. Is it about eating glue? I could get into that. And then the name is just really funny. Beabadoobee? I don't know who that is. I don't know what that represents, but it's a funny name. And since I don't know any of these people, I'm going to have to go with this one. Hey, what's your style? Ooh, interesting question. Grunge slash emo slash gothic. Alright, I have no idea what grunge is, but if it's anything like emo or gothic, that's probably not me. Downtown girl. What does that mean? When I am in way over my depth here. What is the style of Downtown Girl? Is it just like a Journey song? What is this? Coquettes? I don't even know how to pronounce this word. I don't know what that means. And I'm not going to look it up either because I think it's funnier if I just go in blindly. Basic. You see, that almost has a negative connotation, I feel like, but out of all of these, I might choose that one just because it seems safe. 2000 slash glam. I don't know what glam really means in this context, but I guess it has to do with the 2000s. I mean, that's a little bit before my time. I mean, I was born in the 2000s, but obviously I grew up mainly in the 2010s, so I'm not too familiar with 2000s style, but we'll see. Preppy. I don't really know what that means either. I have a general idea, I guess. I don't think that applies to me. Or other. So I'm between other and basic, mainly because I don't really know if any of these apply to me. Honestly, basic, probably. Like, I don't know enough words about style to be even able to describe mine, but I'm gonna go with basic just because I feel like that is. I mean, I just wear t-shirts and sweatpants all the time. How more basic can you get, right? So I'll go with that. Personality. Okay. Nice, shy, and clumsy. Maybe. Mean, confident, low temper. I wouldn't say that's me. I'm super nice. I'm a nice guy. Silly, funny, and understanding. See, silly and funny are synonyms, and then understanding is completely unrelated. So I have a feeling these are just describing specific ponies, even if you don't fit in specifically with any of them. But I'm a silly little funny little guy, so far. Nice, helpful, and funny. I'm not sure how helpful I am. I try to be nice, right? I don't want to be mean. I'm not sure how helpful I really am, though. I'm cool, confident, nice, and silly. Now, I'm the coolest person in the world. We all know this. I'm also very confident, obviously. Nice, I try to be. Silly, I would think so. But realistically, probably silly, funny, and understanding, I guess. I would say I'm pretty understanding. I'm not sure how many of these fit me specifically, but we'll go with it. Favorite season? Alright, very straightforward question. I can answer this one. Winter? Sure. Spring? No spoilers, but that's my answer. Summer? Too hot. Autumn? Similar to spring, but I don't people seem to like autumn a lot more than spring in general for some reason, but I don't really get it. Spring, they're like temperature wise they're pretty similar, right? In between hot season and cold season. However, spring, you're leading into summer, and summer isn't my favorite season, but I do like what summer represents, which is no school. It's like no school. That's all it represents to me. But also my birthday's in spring. I like spring. Spring's my favorite. Okay. I don't know any more questions. Please give me recommendations. Anyway, bye, my beautiful toe. Please never call me a toe again. Smiley face. Alright, let's see. What did I get? Pinkie Pie. That's one of the ones I actually knew. You're silly and clumsy. You never take things too seriously and always jokes around. And always jokes around. Okay. You're for sure also very funny. I have no idea. I guess she's all these things. I'll take it. I like being silly. I'm not sure how clumsy I am. It's right. I don't take things very seriously at all. I do like to joke around. And it says I'm very funny, which, I mean, the quiz says, so clearly it's right. Can't be wrong. All right. Spicing things up a little bit. Are you problematic by today's standards? I feel like I know the answer. It's going to be a resounding yes, but we'll see. Enter your name. Let's see, what's a good name for this one? Probably, Edgelord 22. I don't really know what 22 means, but I've already used 69, and I don't want to use 67, so I'm going to go with 22. Let's start the quiz. Are you against the LGBTQ+? Yes? No? I respect it at most. I don't know, man. Okay, I respect it at most. Does that mean, the way it's written sounds like I respect it, and that's as far as I'm willing to go. Like, I respect it, but I don't like it, right? But then again, the rest of this has been kind of broken English, so maybe it means I respect them the most out of anything. Going on the safe side, I'm just going to say yes. Wait, are you against? Wait, no. Wait, are you against the LGBT? I am not against. Okay. Well, that answers it. I am problematic. No, I am not against them. I don't really know what this one means. And then I don't know. No, I would say adamantly no, I'm not against the LGBTQ+. That was a close one. Okay. Are you racist? Or anything along those lines? Yes? No? As a joke? I don't know. Only to Israelis? What? Only to insert race/nationality here. See, this option makes sense. Like, from a quizmaker's perspective, this option makes sense because maybe you're only racist to one group. But then why is this one an option? I feel like this being an option tells me more about the person who made this quiz than anything. What are you trying to tell me here exactly? I mean, out of all of these options, yeah, as a joke, for sure. I have black friends. Alright, I have a black friend, and I am extremely racist towards him. But it's all in good fun. There's a reason he's still my friend, right? So I would say yes, as a joke. I feel like that's an automatic yes and going to be problematic by today's standards, but so, oh well. Are you sexist or anything or those lines? I am sexist to men. I'm sexist to women. No, or I don't know. Alright. It doesn't give me the option to say as a joke, so I'm gonna have to say no because I'm not actually sexist. Just ask men. Don't ask women. Their opinion doesn't really matter anyway, but no, not really. If there was an as a joke option, I'd probably say yes, but since there's not that option, I'm just gonna have to say no. Are you one to boycott stuff? Yes, everything that calls for one. Yes, but it depends on why. Nah. Only them in-game purchases. Or, I don't know. See, I really like this option here because it's like, it's kind of unrelated. And yeah, I don't like in-game purchases. Screw that. I'm gonna go with that option. Okay. Very simple question. Which one? Palestine? Israel? Neither? I don't know. Or, both? How does that work? Okay. Okay. Do you shop from Temu, Shein, or... What? What does this mean? No, I mean, I don't really shop from any of them. I mean, I know what they are, so I can't choose this answer. I'm just gonna have to say no, but not for like any reason. I just don't really online shop much at all. Um, I also don't know what this means. Okay. Is it all men? Yes, no, not all, but most, no, or IDK. What is it talking about? What does this mean? Is what all men? I have to choose I don't know because I am genuinely bamboozled by this question. What does that mean? Do all men play Fortnite? Yes, probably. But that's, I'm just gonna have to say I don't know. Do you have purple or green on your profile picture? This trend started to spread awareness to femicide using purple and supposedly men's mental health using green. Supposedly, as in the green profile picture is getting backlash. Okay. Both purple and green. Purple, green, no. Contemplating, no social media warrior here. I mean, based on the wording of the question, I have to choose purple because my profile picture does have purple in it, but I'm just gonna have to click this one because even though it does have purple, it's not for whatever this is talking about. I have no idea what this quiz even is. I'll go with this one. Do you think the profile pictures are pointless? As in what? They're just trends? That's not the correct there. Pointless as heck? No. I don't know. Or I used to think that until reliable sources found out. I don't know what this means. I am genuinely at a loss. This entire quiz is very strange to me. I don't know what it's talking about at all. So I'm just going to say I don't know because I really don't know what this means. Is mental health real? Yes, no, or I don't know. I'm going to have to say yes. Mental health is real. It does exist. What? Did you put a poppy on your profile picture? If so, where did you put it? Just like the purple and green, but instead this one's about Remembrance Day. Okay, this is probably going to make me sound very ignorant. What is Remembrance Day? I don't know what it is. On the character's head, what character? On the character's heart, what character? My profile picture was just a poppy. I didn't put one on. I don't have social media. Alright, I guess I'll have to choose this one because I don't know what this is talking about and my profile picture certainly does not have a poppy in it, so. Do politics matter in alternative culture? I don't know what alternative culture is. I don't know what this means. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Fast fashion is bad. Only bad when you make it fast fashion. It's okay when it's secondhand. Completely okay. Or I don't know. I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of this is. Did you ever vote for Israel in Eurovision in the span of 2024-2025? I don't know what that means either. Yes, it said I did, but I didn't. Maybe like once. No, / I didn't vote when watching Eurovision. What is Eurovision? Or I'm boycotting Eurovision. I'm gonna have to say what is Eurovision because I have no idea what it's talking about. I don't know what that is. Lastly, do you listen to problematic artists? Yes? Only when it's not a serious allegation? No. F, their careers, or I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't really listen to any artists. I know it's crazy coming from someone who literally said earlier in this video that they're a music major, but I don't really listen. Or I'm sure I do, right? Like every music has an artist attached to it. I just don't pay attention to the artist. I pay attention to the music itself. And it's mainly like instrumental, classical soundtrack music. So I don't know. Is Beethoven problematic? Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say IDK because I really don't know. I'm so confused. Neat. What is this question? Are you one to boycott stuff? Answered in 7 seconds. Yes, but it depends on why. Kinda? Which one? Israel. You're so problematic people tell you to kill yourself. What? I boycott some things and I support Israel. So what are you boycotting then? I don't... them ding dang in-app purchases. No! Wow, what an angel. A fallen angel if you make men the villains and or be racist towards Israelis because somehow that's okay 90% of the time. Okay. I got no. I'm not problematic. Somehow. Alright, finally, final quiz of the video. Quiz. But I don't tell you what it is until the end. Now, this one just sounded fun to me. I don't know what this is. And that's the point of the quiz. So, enter your name. IDK. I don't know what my name is. Let's start this quiz. Hello. Hello. Hi. What's up? Hey. Hi. I'm gonna have to go with hello. I'm very formal like that, you know? What is your ideal dinner? Let's see. Something warm and tasty like pasta or soup. I do love pasta. Soup depends on the type of soup, but I do like pasta. Cup noodles. No. Water if I've been good today, otherwise I get nothing. Okay. Flintstone gummies and like 7 Benadryl. Okay. Whatever fills me up the fastest. That's a respectable answer, honestly. Steak, lamb chops, caviar, salmon, things of this genre of food. See, this is a very confusing answer, but I think I know exactly what it's talking about somehow. And that's not the answer I'm going to choose, to be clear. Burger, ... Cool. Dinner with friends / family, regardless of food. No, the food matters. See, I'm surprised pizza isn't on here. I think I would choose pizza, but it's not even on here. I guess it's between this one and this one for me. I'm gonna have to go with burger, I think. No, actually, I'm gonna go with pasta or soup. It seems pretty safe. What shopping app are we addicted to? Yes, we. Bold of you to assume I buy things online and pay for shipping. See, that's pretty close to what my actual answer would be, I think. Vinted / Depop / eBay / Mercari. I recognize the word eBay. Amazon. I mean, I'm not addicted to it, but so far it's the only one I would choose. Well, that's not true. I'd choose this first answer. Bold of you to assume I have any money. That's another good answer. I do like that answer. I just look, don't buy. That's actually more accurate. I do look at Amazon quite frequently for no reason. I don't really buy things. I don't have anything in mind that I would want to buy either. I just like looking. So I'll probably choose that one. Window shopping on Pinterest. Pinterest? Is that even a shopping app? I thought that was the place you go to, like, look at middle-aged mom's sewing collection or something. I have no idea. Clothing stores like Hollister. I don't know. No. And then Shein. Not Shein. I just look, don't buy. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah. What 3 songs can we listen to on loop? But it's only songs I listen to on loop. What? Oh, which songs? Okay, but it's only songs. Sure, I think I understand. If you don't listen, or if you don't know any pick based on vibes, I don't know. Well, that's what I did with the last time, so sure. See, I don't really know what any of those meant. I was lost reading that entire time reading that. But I see exit music for a film. And I do like film music. I'm gonna assume that that is not film music, but just based on the title, I'm gonna have to choose that one. Let fate decide. All right, fate, no thanks, or fate. I do like no thanks as an option. In fact, I'm gonna have to choose no thanks because no thanks. I'll decide myself. Thank you. Yeah. It's been a long day. What are you doing? Change into comfy clothes and flop in front of the TV to watch my favorite show for hours with a warm drink and cozy blanket. Did I read that right? Did I say cozy? I think I said cozy. I don't know. That sounds nice. Strip and flop into bed. What do you mean by strip? Check my emails. Triple check I have no more work to do before bed. See, I don't even check to see if I have work to do in the middle of the day. I just don't do my work, so not this one. Drink until I forget about how bad my day was. Once again, alcohol bad. No, not for me. See, none of these are really what I do, but I like the sound of this one the best. I don't really do it, but it sounds the nicest out of any of that. Tell me anything. I read them all, so go crazy. Okay. What are you wearing? Could be right now, could be any time, could be an ideal outfit. Okay. Hoodie and sweatpants. Sweatpants, yes. Hoodie, no. Sweater and skirt/dress pants with nice boots/loafers. No. PJs. That sounds pretty good. Button up and jacket. No. Whatever is clean. Optional. Oversized tee/jeans/jorts. No, I hate jeans. I really hate jeans. Athletic clothes. Leggings, fitted shirt, etc. Whatever is on my floor, and probably clean enough. I'm gonna have to go with PJs. Hoodie and sweatpants is almost correct, but I don't like wearing hoodies. I get way too hot in them. PJ sounds accurate though. So I'll go with that. Mandatory lyric question because I can't think of other questions. They're all from my 2020 playlist. God save me. Cool. Okay. I don't understand what any of that was, but I like the name Dr. Dog, so I'm going to choose it. Okay, enough music. Pick a color. Okay, cyan, magenta, yellow, or black. Magenta. It's the closest to purple. I like magenta. That's a good color. How long is forever? 2 weeks. Forever, obviously. A long time. Getting from today to tomorrow. That's deep. As long as I'm alive. Too many years to even count. Okay, so some of these are all true. Like, too many years to even count. That is true. As long as I'm alive. That is technically true. But I'm going to say forever, obviously, because what is forever? It is forever. Bye. 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 Wow, so sorry for picking Sheen. My mom buys and she lets me to. I'm a failure. I'm going to kill myself. Sorry. It is okay. Also, if you have a cool name, I'll read your little text boxes. If you don't, I probably won't read it. Tell me a joke if you see fit. Also, the results are your future job, as that was apparently unclear. Yes, that was unclear. That was the point of the quiz, was it not? Okay. Hi. Did you know that crows never forget your face? If you did, those B words, dirty, one of them, their next 3 generation will probably poop on your face when it sees you. Okay. Your result, teacher. School sucked for you, or it was really great. Either way, you want to make people love learning. See, I don't really know how that quiz, those questions led to this answer, but I'll take it. That doesn't sound bad. Probably not my first choice, but it never is it? Anyway, that was... I was going to say a blast, but I don't know what that was. That was fun. If you want to see more things like this, maybe I'll do it. Join the Discord. That'll be linked in the description. Maybe you can make your own quizzes and send me them, and I'll take them. That could be fun. Anyway. Bye.